guys, Steph here from thegoodrad.com. Here we are checking out some of the season snowboards. This is the Aero. So the Aero is a directional freeride twin. It's made to kind of turn everywhere, top to bottom, go wherever you want to go. To me, it kind of had more of an all-mountain personality, more so than the other two boards that they have in their line. It is set back by 1.25 centimeters, so you get a little bit of setback. You get a directional nose and tail, and then it's positive camber in the middle, and then it goes to rocker on the nose and rocker on the tail. There's slightly more rocker on the nose than there is on the tail. So and then it comes with a sintered base, and it felt like it had pretty nice glide to it in a bunch of different conditions. Me and Paige took this out one day, and it was like kind of icy, very uninspiring snow. And then I also got it on a pretty good groomer day, and then also a semi-powder day. And so out of all the three boards, the Aero kind of has the smaller waist width. And to me, I felt like this board was a little more like my personality in a snowboard as opposed to the other two, just because I like that all mountain feel, and you can ride switch on it and it feels pretty good, switch or regular. You can make turns, you can carve, you can hit natural features. Like, I just felt like this was the kind of do-it-all board. It also turned a lot faster for me than the other two boards did. So I think that's because of my boot size. So this is the 145, and the waist width is a 238, which is slightly more than like, I think I usually ride a 232 waist width, so it's a little bit wider, not much. And the flex is like a medium stiff. But honestly, it didn't feel that stiff to me when I was riding it. It actually felt pretty playful. I was actually able to butter it, which I didn't expect to be able to do for a kind of stiffer board, and especially with like the wider waist width. So it was a lot of fun to just kind of play around. It has that capability to ride technically, but it doesn't take life too seriously. So it's kind of like somewhere in the middle. So the Aero was fun. I kind of enjoyed it equally all over the mountain. On steeps, it turned well, it held a good edge, it had good energy in the turns, and I really like that I can ride this switch and feel almost normal. So you don't really have to think about it too much. And because it's directional, it does float pretty well in softer snow. So I feel like this is kind of like a good one board quiver if you're looking for a semi freeride board, but like more of like an all mountain-ish board. Because it's slightly directional, you're able to set it back, you're able to get some float, a little extra float than you would on like a true twin board. But it kind of rides like a twin when you're riding on groomers and hardpack. So it's kind of like a cool mix. I really liked this board going down and hitting like natural features and little drops and like little transition zones on the walls of the runs. I thought it was pretty lively underfoot. I gotta say, I wasn't super excited about it on like the harder, icier snow, and I felt like I could feel the wider waist width there. But as soon as the snow got soft and it actually snowed and we had some real groomers to ride, then I started enjoying this board a lot more. So I feel like, you know, it kind of lives in that medium hard snow zone to soft snow. I think that this board really comes alive there. You know, it could hold an edge on ice, but it wasn't extremely grippy on ice. Off piste, I felt like it was fast enough to turn and easy enough to maneuver through bumps. It was pretty stable in like leftover powder and little crud on the sides of the runs and stuff. I felt like it was maneuverable enough to turn through the trees as well. And, you know, I feel like it's playful enough to dabble in the park. It's not like a go-to park board, but make some slashes on some transition, you know, take a few laps through the half pipe, hit some jumps. I just felt like it was, you know, a pretty fun board all around. Fun to carve. All three of these boards are pretty stable, I felt like, and it was a lot of fun to carve on it. So this could be good for the advanced rider looking for a kind of one board quiver in a way that you can ride groomers, kind of ride top to bottom, and you don't have to switch the board out in powder. You maybe just move the bindings back and have enough float to get by in most storm days. Or if you're a lady out there looking for a little bit of a wider waist width because you ride 9 or 10 boots or size large bindings, then these could accommodate for that as well. But overall, it's a fun board. Good for a lot of different types of conditions. That's a look at the Aero from Season in a 145.